Hi there, welcome to FPL Focus. I'm Paul Livesey and this is my final-ish draft. I say ish because things can change in 24 hours, but we are 24 hours away. I've worked very hard all summer and this is what I've come up with. Let's get into it, shall we? Right, okay then. So there has been 4 changes from the team I shared with you a couple of weeks ago before I went on holiday. In between, there's been lots of changes, but some have come out, some have come back in. Let me share with you where I am up to now. So, first up, I have got Pickford in goal still. He's still England's #1. We've still got some great fixtures, certainly for the first 8 games. The defence has proven to be a little bit tighter during pre-season. We have only conceded 1 goal. Jordan Pickford himself has conceded 0, though. So, really good stuff there. He's currently the highest owned, 4.5 million goalkeeper, owned at 12.5% owned at time of recording. So yeah, for me he's in. Fulham at home, Wolves at home in the first 3 game weeks, and then Sheffield United away after that. So some great fixtures and I'm not going to go on about that anymore. Into defence, highest owned defender in the game at 51% of teams. From game week 20, he was actually the second highest scoring defender, only 1 point behind Trent. He scored 100 points in that time, and he was the 3rd highest for expected assist and 7th for expected goals. So with Brighton's first 3 fixtures, he's definitely my team. They're playing Luton at home, Wolves away, West Ham at home. Gets a little bit tougher after that, and maybe that's when we look to move him on or rotate him, as you will see. I've got a little cheeky surprise up my sleeve at the end on the bench. So yeah, we shall save that. But he is in. Luton at home, great first fixture. Next, we have Gabriel. £5 million, great fixtures for Arsenal, and he started every single game last season. Scores an average 3 goals a season. He had an XGI, so that's assists as well included, of 5.7 for the whole of last season. So could do a little bit better, and maybe this is the season where he smashes it. And certainly, I'm hoping early doors in those first few weeks, certainly whilst he's in my team, he gets a goal early doors. Next up, we've got Luke Shaw. I've gone for the Man United defender. I've had Onana in my goal at some points, but I just wasn't happy with that £5 million goalkeeper. So I've gone back into the Man United defence, but I've gone with their most attacking defender in Luke Shaw. And also, they've got some lovely fixtures. Wolves at home, Spurs away. That could be a goal fest in both directions. Certainly by the sounds of it, Spurs looking to be more attacking, playing 2 at the back at times, so big gaps down that side. Lovely for Luke Shaw to sort of get down behind. So I'm looking forward to that. They've got a tough game against Arsenal, and then they're home to Brighton. Then they've got more good fixtures: Burnley, Palace, Brentford, Sheffield United away. So he's in the team. Good fixtures, great attacking prospect. Let's just hope he stays fit and gets us an attacking return up against Wolves. Into the midfield, I'm playing 3 at the back. It's my favourite formation, if you like. I've got Phil Foden. Little bit of a differential is Phil Foden, but Gundogan and Mahrez have left. Rumours that Bernardo Silva will leave too, but he hasn't. I mean, KDB is back now as well. Not played many minutes though. Thing with Phil Foden is, as we know, it's not about where he plays on the pitch. It's about how many minutes he gets, and I'm pretty hopeful he gets quite a few early doors in the season. He looked as sharp as anything coming off the bench the other day, and let's be honest, I think he changed the game. Him and Kev when they came on. Fact of the matter is, if he plays, he delivers. I don't think he's that player that comes on for a few minutes to run out a bit of time down anymore. I think that's your Cole Palmers and your Rico Lewises. But Phil Foden, yeah, he is in the team. Next, Rashford. What's not to say about Rashford? He has scored 17 goals and 7 assists last season in 35 games. They've got Wolves, the first on fixture. I've just talked about their fixtures. He had the 2nd highest expected goal total last season at 19.06. And only from midfield, that was only Salah was better, but only just on 20.22. The next closest after Rashford is down all the way down to 12, which just goes to show all the opportunities he was getting last season. And there's no reason why that'll stop this season. In fact, Maybe it might be more. He may play some more games centrally, although he does seem to do better cutting in from the left. But yes, he's in my team. £9 million could well prove to be undervalued as the season goes on. Next to him, I've had him in my team from the start. 15 goals and 8 assists last season, 37 appearances. The Arsenal captain, got a great opening fixture, just over 20% owned. He's on the most of the free kicks. Last season he took 48 out of the 64, so there's only 16 he didn't take. And he had the second highest points last season in total in midfield with 212. Bear in mind, Saka, who was in a lot of people's teams, ended up on 202. So he ended up with less points. But doesn't mean he's a bad pick, because he is also in my team. Did fantastic last season, as I've just said, 202 points. But not just the 202 points. He got 14 goals and 12 assists. That's 26 attacking returns over 37 starts. Same fixtures, really good opening fixtures, takes penalties. He is the most owned midfielder at 57.4%. And in pre-season, he's also been chipping in again, 2 goals and 3 assists. So, yeah, I think I'd be foolish not to go with Saka, and could well very much get left behind if he isn't in my team. I have had Martinelli in my team, but a couple of moves have freed up a bit of funds, and I decided to go for Saka over Martinelli. Been a big decision, but I've gone for it. And then the final piece of my midfield, Bruno Fernandes, the new captain of Manchester United, starts, guaranteed starter. And you've got to remember, when he first burst on the scene, and if you weren't playing FPL at the time, he smashed it in that from January onwards. He went into 20 and 21. I think he got 100 points in half a season. He went into 2021. He got 18 goals and 14 assists in that time. So he's got huge potential. He ended up with 244 points that season. And he was priced at 12 million the year after. He's now at 8.5. He's still the same player. Will he play as far forward as he was then? I don't know. But I think at £8.5 million, he's a bargain, and he's on penalties as well. So, for me, this one is a bit of a no-brainer. Took me a while to come to it. I sort of thought about it just before I went on holiday. But yes, he is now in the team, particularly with Harry Kane not there anymore. I can afford him. Next player, and my captaincy choice, and everybody else's as well, Erling Haaland. Playing against Burnley. Not much to say there other than he had 36 goals, 9 assists last season, 272 points. An absolute machine. That was in 35 games. So, you know, he is my starter. It's away to Burnley, isn't it? I've got home there underneath. I do apologise, my mistake. Away to Burnley tomorrow night. So a good one to have to start your weekend. If you haven't got him and you're not captaining him, find a big couch and hide behind it tomorrow night. Which brings me to my final player in my starting 11, which is João Pedro. 5.5 million bargain, hopefully, if he converts and gets some points for me. But he is now on penalties as well. Great first 3 fixtures. Luton, Wolves at home, Wolves away, then West Ham at home. What's not to like? They get tougher after that, but, you know, let's see how he goes. And I have, as you can see below, in the box below, I've got 0.5 in the bank. And that is to see, basically, I may well upgrade Pedro, if it's an upgrade, to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, my blue boy, if he is keeping fit and is banging the goals in the first game or 2 of the season. So I have saved 0.5 in the bank, possibly for that transfer, possibly for another one. We shall see. Now, I said there was a little surprise. On my bench, I have got... first sub, Ben Chilwell. Okay, so I have now got myself a starting bench. I've picked a team of 12. And what I will do on a weekly basis between Chilwell, Pedro, Shaw, Gabriel, Estupinian, basically one of them will be benched on a weekly basis. Yeah, I may well play 4 at the back and just Haaland on his own up top. So I've got some rotational things there. Chilwell's got some great fixtures starting from next week. Shaw's got some fantastic fixtures. Let's just see how that goes. But I'm really happy with that. I don't have Trent, but I don't think he's an essential to start the season with. And I just think this gives me a great balance. looking at my bench, I've got Areola as my 4 million. He may well be Yao Virginia by tomorrow, in all honesty, just in case Pickford gets injured, and I know for sure I will have a starting goalkeeper. I'm not 100% confident he starts, to be honest with you. So, in all honesty, he may well change to Yao Virginia, who is the second goalkeeper at Everton. He's one who's played all the minutes when Jordan Pickford hasn't played. Mubama, who for West Ham is my first £4.5 million sub. He's had a really good pre-season. He's played in every single game, minimum of 45 minutes in every single one. He managed to get himself 3 goals. So I think he's a good bench prospect. He'll be getting minutes, and I think he will find his way into a lot of teams if he's not there already. And then finally, on my bench, I've gone for Jordan Bayer as my £4 million signing. Stats from last season, basically, he played 30 matches, 29 starts. Basically, when he was fit, he played. And I want someone who's a guaranteed starter. I've been around the likes of Amari Bell, George Bulldog. I'm just not convinced they start every single game, whereas I am with this man. It seems he's pretty crucial to the company way of playing from what I've read. I've not seen too much of him, to be honest with you. And Burnley had the best defence in the Championship last season, both in terms of goals conceded and expected goals conceded as well. And after that tough fixture against City, and then the blank, then it's Villa, Spurs, Forest, United, Newcastle. But he is the one at the back, and he's going to play every game by the sounds of it, and that is all he's going to be. And I just don't think he loses too much value as well as the season goes on. Okay, right, that is my team, ladies, gentlemen, anybody else who's watching, thank you very much for joining me. If you have enjoyed it, do subscribe to my channel here. A little circle should appear. Underneath is the league code, just there. Do join my league. And if I don't see you before, I might do a live stream tonight. If I don't see you before, have a great game week 1, and I shall see you next week. That's it, I'm out of here. See you later. Bye.